On the show, we've chronicled the war on standards at the FAA, where irrelevant biographical questions were imposed on aspiring air traffic controllers. Sadly, this is far from the only example of standards declining in the United States. Beneath public view, there's never debate on any of this. It just happens. It's happening, in fact, in scientific fields. You wouldn't think it would, but it is. And in the pages of the City Journal, Heather McDonald has chronicled it in detail, how schools and other institutions are cutting requirements in an effort to be more diverse, whatever that means. Heather McDonald also wrote the upcoming book, The Diversity Delusion, and she joins us tonight. Heather, thank you for coming on. So we were really stunned to find that the FAA was intentionally trying to hire unqualified air traffic controllers because it's insane and dangerous. But you wouldn't think that that same impulse would find its way into the hard sciences, into medicine, for example, or research science. But you say that it is.
It's very disturbing, Tucker. There's not a single meritocratic institution that is free from the poison of identity politics. The federal government is wasting tens of millions of taxpayer dollars pressuring scientific labs to hire by the irrelevant criteria of race and gender. It's doing research on, get this, intersectionality in the STEM fields, research conducted by two specialists in gender identity. This is not what Congress had in mind when they created the National Science Foundation in 1950 to sponsor serious scientific research. We're putting our scientific competitiveness at great risk by introducing the total irrelevancy of race and gender diversity into scientific accomplishment.
Well, I'm confused because I thought the left, quote, believed in science. They had a whole march announcing that, I think, about a year and a half ago. Is there scientific evidence that the race or gender of a scientific researcher, for example, is material, that it affects the outcome of the experiment in some way?
Well, the left hates science when it's proving facts that they don't like, and it hates objectivity. But no, there is absolutely no scientific evidence. We have had 200 grantees of the National Science Foundation that have won Nobel Prizes, things like discovering dark matter, discovering how viruses work, and this was with utter indifference, true color blindness, true meritocracy. And there's, of course, a conceit on the left that diversity matters in scientific thinking. No, it doesn't. If a lab is all female, great. If a lab is all Asian, great. If a lab is all black, great. All the public cares about is, are you working to cure Alzheimer's? And the way you do that is by being color and gender blind and hiring on merit, not on race and gender.
It's terrifying. They've infected science with politics, obviously. I hope you will come back in future days with details on all this, Heather. Heather McDonald, great to see you.
Thank you.
Well, the DOJ Inspector General is set to finally release his report on the Clinton email investigations. What will we learn from that? Glenn Greenwald joins us next.